Hello, my name is Julia Sherwood, and I would like to read you a short story from the collection The Healer by Slovak writer Marek Vadas, which is to be published soon as the fifth title in the Slovak list of Seagull books, translated by myself and my husband Peter Sherwood. The Healer was originally published in 2006, and like much of Marek Vadas's work, his stories are not set in Slovakia, but rather in equatorial Africa, where he has been a frequent visitor and lived there for prolonged periods of time, even becoming an advisor to a king in a small kingdom in Cameroon. And his stories are steeped in the tradition, cultures, and rituals of Africa, blurring the boundaries between dream and reality. And they are peopled with characters whose gender, shape, skin color, and even memories may change at a stroke. And the short story I'd like to read you is titled I'll Just Sit and Watch. I'll just sit down on this rock and stay here all night long looking. From where I'm sitting, I can see a few mud huts, some orange groves on one side, a forest with papaya trees jutting out on the other, and between them a path leading to the lake. Once I have sat down, it won't be easy to get me out of here. And why would anyone want to do that anyway? No one will pay me the slightest attention. I will just sit and watch, wait and listen to the pitter-patter of ants, the screaming of hyenas, the shrieking of monkeys, the snoring of old men, the humming of the wind. It's been a long time since I was last here. It's hard to believe how quickly people forget. Just the other day, not quite 50 rainy seasons ago, I lived here in a hut with my 3 sons. One after the other they left, and our house became waterlogged. The wall by the kitchen disappeared, the roof caved in, to say nothing of the shed and the granary. They collapsed in a heap, and the wind scattered the topsoil every which way. And now my neighbours, the bastards, have built their outhouses where my hut once stood. But that's not what I was going to say. I know many who return to this world regularly for a chat with their kin. Years ago on Saturdays, I too would sometimes summon my father back so he could look around and offer his advice. We would have a drink together. Now he is far away and has other duties to attend to. My sons live in town, a strange, distant place. If I could turn the clock back to when they were young, I would give them a thrashing in advance. I'd teach them a lesson. Now they dress in the crisply ironed shirts of white people and drive around on wheels, shouting and rushing from one place to another all day long. They never have a thought to spare for their father. And why should they summon me back if they can't even talk to their own wives and children? Do you think they will return one day? I used to come here and wait for them on this rock, but I've given up all hope. But one day we will have words. It is dark, and I have the world before me all to myself. The trees' canopies have bowed down, casting shadows that resemble the most outlandish creatures in the moonlight. This is one reason why people lie low in their huts. They are startled every time they hear some rustle from the forest and imagine spirits gathering around the village. It's been a very long time indeed since I last saw an evil spirit around here. Yet the people are as frightened as little children, and still do nothing to remain on good terms with the spirits. They are scared of being punished. It's never occurred to them that what they ought to be scared of are the living, themselves. Tonight is a really beautiful night. I don't need anything. All I need is to sit and watch and to haunt. And if I spot a person going to the outhouse before dawn, perhaps I'll take him along with me to the other side. Thank you for listening.